the final nail in the Ottoman Empire's coffin. World War I represents a watershed moment in the history of the Ottoman Empire, delivering the final blow to an already crumbling polity. The empire's decision to side with the Central Powers, Germany and Austria-Hungary, proved disastrous, as it led not only to military defeat but also to territorial disintegration, foreign occupation, and ultimately its dissolution. The subsequent treaties, especially the Treaty of Sèvres, formalized its partition among the Allied powers, creating a vastly reduced state that would eventually evolve into modern Turkey. 1. A risky alliance: the Ottomans and the Central Powers. When the war broke out in 1914, the Ottoman Empire was already grappling with internal strife and external threats. A depleted treasury, multiple fronts of unrest, and an outdated military made it a vulnerable player on the global stage. Its decision to align with the Central Powers was fueled by several considerations. One was the enmity with Russia, a member of the Allied powers, which had been a long-time adversary and posed a direct threat to Ottoman territorial integrity. Another reason was the promise of German military assistance, which the Ottomans desperately needed. 2. The military front: a landscape of losses. The Ottoman military faced multiple fronts during World War I. The Gallipoli campaign, while not a defeat, consumed enormous resources and led to heavy casualties. The front in Mesopotamia ended in disaster with the surrender of the Ottoman Sixth Army at Kut al-Amara. In Palestine and Syria, the empire faced off against British and Arab forces, which culminated in the loss of Jerusalem and eventually Damascus. The Caucasus front against Russia also proved difficult, although the Russian Revolution of 1917 eased pressures temporarily. Overall, the war drained the empire's military and financial resources, leading to famine, epidemics, and immense civilian suffering. 3. The Arab Revolt and the question of loyalty. World War I also accelerated the erosion of the empire's internal cohesion. The Arab Revolt of 1916, aided by the British, highlighted the growing nationalism among Arabs and the declining legitimacy of Ottoman rule. As Arab forces worked in conjunction with the Allies, it became clear that the empire was struggling to maintain allegiance even within its core territories. 4. The Armistice of Mudros and Foreign Occupation. In October 1918, the Ottoman Empire signed the Armistice of Mudros, effectively ending its participation in World War I. This led to Allied occupation of key cities, including Istanbul and Smyrna, Izmir, severely undermining the empire's sovereignty. The occupation provoked nationalist sentiments among the Turkish population, leading to resistance movements against both Ottoman and foreign rulers. 5. The Treaty of Sèvres: dismemberment and humiliation. In 1920, the Treaty of Sèvres was signed, marking the official partitioning of the Ottoman Empire. The treaty granted large portions of Anatolia to Greece, established French and British mandates in the Middle East, and promised a homeland for the Armenians and Kurds. The empire was reduced to a rump state, essentially subject to foreign control. 6. The rise of Turkish nationalism and the establishment of modern Turkey. The harsh terms of the Treaty of Sèvres led to widespread resentment and fueled the rise of Turkish nationalism, spearheaded by Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. A series of military campaigns against both occupying Allied forces and rival nationalist groups eventually led to the nullification of the Treaty of Sèvres and the signing of the Treaty of Lausanne in 1923. This treaty recognized the sovereignty of a new Turkish-centric state, effectively marking the end of the Ottoman Empire. Conclusion: World War I was the culmination of a long process of decline for the Ottoman Empire. Its involvement in the war exacerbated internal fissures and left it vulnerable to foreign occupation and partitioning. The empire's military defeats, coupled with political misjudgments, led to its dismemberment by the Allied powers. However, the legacy of World War I also laid the groundwork for the establishment of modern Turkey, as the crisis catalyzed a nationalist movement committed to state-building and modernization. Thus, while World War I may have been the final nail in the coffin for the Ottoman Empire, it also served as a catalyst for the birth of a new nation-state emerging from the empire's ashes.